The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Summary: The Old Man and the Sea is a novella by Ernest Hemingway, published in 1952, that tells the story of Santiago, an old Cuban fisherman who endures a relentless battle with a giant marlin far out in the Gulf Stream. This simple yet profound story explores themes of courage, endurance, and the struggle between man and nature, highlighting Hemingway's signature style of minimalism and stoic resilience. Plot summary. 1. Santiago's struggle and determination. Santiago is an aged fisherman who has gone 84 days without catching a fish. Despite his bad luck, he remains determined and hopeful. A young boy named Manolín used to fish with him, but after Santiago's continued misfortune, the boy's parents forced him to work on a more successful boat. Nevertheless, Manolín cares deeply for Santiago, helping him with supplies and expressing his admiration for the old man's skill and resilience. 2. Setting out to sea and hooking the marlin. On the 85th day, Santiago sets out before dawn, determined to break his streak of bad luck. He sails farther into the Gulf Stream than usual, confident that his persistence will be rewarded. As he waits, a massive marlin finally takes the bait, and Santiago hooks it. However, the fish is incredibly strong and pulls Santiago's skiff further out to sea. Santiago holds onto the line with all his strength, beginning a grueling struggle that will last several days. 3. The battle with the marlin. Santiago is determined not to let the marlin escape, even as the fish drags his boat deeper into the sea. He respects the marlin, seeing it as a noble opponent, and reflects on his own life, recalling his younger years and his love for baseball, especially his hero Joe DiMaggio, who serves as a symbol of strength and endurance for Santiago. Despite his exhaustion, hunger, and pain, Santiago refuses to give up. He endures intense physical strain, his hands cramping and bleeding, yet he remains focused on his goal, viewing the struggle as a test of his own spirit and skill. 4. The marlin's defeat and Santiago's victory. After nearly 3 days, the marlin finally tires, and Santiago, summoning his last reserves of strength, manages to pull the fish close and kill it with his harpoon. He secures the enormous marlin to the side of his boat, marveling at its size and beauty. Santiago is filled with pride and joy, knowing that he has achieved something remarkable. The marlin represents both a hard-won victory and a profound connection between man and nature. 5. The sharks and the loss of the marlin. As Santiago sails back towards shore, sharks are drawn to the marlin's blood. Santiago fights off the first few sharks with his harpoon, but as more arrive, he is forced to use his makeshift weapons, including a club and a knife tied to an oar. Despite his valiant efforts, Santiago is unable to fend off the sharks completely, and they devour the marlin, leaving only its skeleton. By the time he reaches shore, Santiago is physically exhausted, heartbroken, and left with nothing but the marlin's bones. 6. Santiago's return and acceptance. Upon his return, Santiago stumbles back to his shack, defeated in body but undefeated in spirit. He collapses into bed, and Manolín, who has been worried about him, finds him the next morning. Moved by the old man's perseverance, Manolín vows to fish with Santiago again, defying his parents' wishes. Though Santiago has lost the physical trophy of his battle, he retains his dignity and the respect of the boy, who admires his courage and resilience. The skeleton of the marlin, now a spectacle for villagers, stands as a testament to Santiago's endurance and spirit. Key themes. 1. Perseverance and resilience. Santiago's refusal to surrender, despite the overwhelming odds and physical pain he faces, underscores the theme of resilience. His battle with the marlin and the sharks symbolizes the human capacity to endure hardship and find meaning in struggle. 2. Pride and personal achievement. Santiago's pride drives him to go farther out to sea and take on the marlin, showing that personal achievement and self-worth can often mean more than material gain. Though he returns without the fish, his struggle has a personal value that transcends the loss. 3. Man and nature. The relationship between Santiago and the marlin reflects mutual respect between man and nature. Santiago admires the marlin's strength and beauty, viewing it not merely as a catch but as a worthy opponent, symbolizing a harmonious, albeit adversarial, bond with nature. 4. Isolation and companionship. Though Santiago is alone at sea, his thoughts of Manolín and his memories of past experiences provide him with companionship. The novel explores the human need for connection, even when physically isolated, and the strength derived from relationships and shared respect. Conclusion. The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway is a timeless tale of struggle, courage, and endurance. Santiago's battle with the marlin and his perseverance in the face of defeat highlight the nobility of the human spirit. Hemingway's minimalist style and themes of resilience, pride, and the relationship between man and nature make this novella an enduring classic that captures the essence of human determination and the dignity found in struggle.